showed you all, I think it was last week or week before. Someone wanted to see the red one, so I'm just showing this one because it does have red in it. So this is a mug rug. My favorite size mug rug to make is 9 inches down, 12 inches across. So here's a close-up. And then I turn it on the back. And there's the back. So that's the mug rug. Okay. My next item to show is this one because I'm trying to make sure that the person sees what they wanted to see. This is a mug rug. If I'm not mistaken, I think is 5 down and 5 inches down and 10 inches across, if I'm not mistaken. Let me measure. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, 5 inches down. Yeah, 5 by 10. So this mug rug here, which I consider to be too small for me to even use, but I mean, if you can use it, it's possible this size. But so this one is 5 inches down and 10 inches across. And again, here's the back. And here's the front again. Let's go in closer. So here's my mug rug. Someone wanted to see the red one, so that's that one. And then that's that one. As you come in, please make sure you subscribe, hit the like button. And there's the front again. Okay, my next item is this, which this is also a mug rug, red. It's again 9 inches down, 12 inches across. There's the back. And this is probably the one that the person really wanted to see. This is a placemat about 20 inches down, 16 inches down, 20 inches across. But I'm going to be honest with you all. I did make a few mistakes in this mug rug that you have to pay attention to so that you can avoid. If you look at the heart, how those hearts are sideways, that's probably because I cut the half square triangle in the wrong direction and then turned it this way. But honestly, those hearts should go up and down. But you see they're going sideways. So if you look back at this, if I had cut this fabric right here wrong, this fabric would probably be going like these hearts are. So this is going the proper way because now I know to pay attention when I'm cutting half square triangles. You have to look at the design. If you look at the square, if this cut if the square goes this way, this line right here is this way, then you cut this way. If the line goes this way, then you have to cut the fabric this way so that when you go to position that printed fabric in the design, it's going like it's supposed to, side to side, and not up and down like you see here. So that's wrong. And then another one, if you pay attention to over here, so you come down, this is like a trip around the world design if you're familiar with the trip around the world design. But when you follow this down here, come down, come down, come down. See, everything looks okay until you get right there. I don't know how I made that mistake. I made several videos, and then when I made it and I looked at it, I was like, oh my goodness, I positioned that the wrong way. So then that's supposed to be like this one, but it's right here. So of course that was an error on my part. So I believe this is the placemat that someone wanted to see. So that's the reason I'm showing it again. And here's the back. Of course, I bought this print. I really, really love it. Now, as far as this quilting design here, I won't be doing this again on a light color fabric because I feel that it doesn't look right. So this design here and this design is basically the same. But if you look at it, hi there, and hi. And if you look at them, you can see which one looks the best as far as the quilting, meaning the line, the stitching line that goes through all 3 layers. So I like this one the best. Hi, Whoopi. Hi, Adrian. Thank you all for stopping by. So that's that. So like I said, I showed those 2 because someone was like they wanted to see the red one. So I'm showing the red one so that I can make sure I'm showing the person what they wanted to see. And again, here's the front again. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe if you don't mind. And then watch my other videos. I am trying to get my watch hours up. So please make sure you all do that. Okay, so there's that. Now, here is the progress that I've made on my little coaster. So I put on my little binding strip. And some people are afraid to do binding with the miter corners. Once you learn the technique, I would say it 1,000 times, you can do miter corners on any size quilting item. So the way I do my strip, I machine sew it to the top. Okay, there's my little meet up point. So once I get the strip sewn on to the item, I would take my ruler. Go to get a ruler that you know you can find a 1/4 square inch. What I like about this ruler right here, you can see the 1/4 square inch is right there for you to see. Take this ruler or a ruler with the 1/4 square inch at the core and use the 1/4 square inch line. Lay it on this point. This is my meet up point for this item, for this strip. You're going to lay the fabric down. See, there's the point. Take the ruler, lay it down where that 1/4 inch line is right on top of that pin. So you see how it meets up. Once you get it on there, that's where you mark that strip right there. So you would take a mark. I take a color pencil and mark that strip with a color pencil. And I do have an item coming up that I've already marked. Okay, so you do that for both strips. So that would be that one. You take this one and you come in and you lay the 1/4 inch line on top of that pin, and that's where you will mark this strip. And you will cut that strip along that printed line. So then you would cut the strip, pin the strips together, the 2 sides. Once you get the strips cut, pin together, do at the 1/4 inch line, sew along that line for those strips like you do when you're in your piecing. I open up the seam, lay it down, and sew all the way across, and then fold it over. And you are to sew the strip to the top and fold over to the back. And then once you fold it over, that's your miter corner. And it does seem complicated at first, but once you learn, it's very easy to do. It's like magic, but it will happen as long as you do it properly and the steps and the measurements and things like that. This is, so that's my mug rug. That was the patchwork coaster. This is my pot holder. So right now I have to take my 3 items and just do the strip up here, you know, and then sew it, cross it, fold it over to the back. You all know how you do that. And then you will have your mitered corner. Then I fold it over and hand stitch it to the back. And that's how I do my binding strips. I machine sew it to the top and hand sew it to the back. So that was my patchwork pot holder. This is my placemat, and then that's my strip. So this is the one where I've actually marked my strip, so you can see where I marked. That line is 1/4 inch from my meeting point of my pin right here that I just showed you all. So that's my meet up point for my binding strips. I mark it with I pretty much go halfway to the top. Could be a little more, a little less, but that's my meeting point for my strip. Like I just showed you all, I take my ruler, that's the 1/4 inch line on this ruler, meet it up with this pin, I lay the strip down, then I meet up, lay this ruler, the 1/4 inch line on top of my meet up point. Hold on, that's this way. Lay the 1/4 inch line on top of the meet up point. And you see where that line is, where I marked it. So that's where I would cut that strip. And then I've done the same thing already on this strip. So the only thing left for me to do is take cut it of this strip along this line, bring the 2 strips together, sew at the 1/4 inch seam line, open up the seam, lay it down, so all the way across from where you can see my stitching ended right here, and then all the way right to over here, and then fold it over and hand stitch it to the back. So this again is my patchwork mug rug. This is my mug rug. So yeah, so they're all in the same 3 stages where this is the mug rug. This is the patchwork pot holder. And then this is my patchwork coaster. So it's like a matching set. So I all had them at the stage where what I have to do is just do this little strip and then sew it onto the back. So that's it for those 3 items. My next item is going to be another patchwork This is going to be a patchwork pot holder, about 8 inches. It's going to be about 7.5 inches because I think the template was 8 inches, so it's going to be like a 7.5 inch pot holder. And if you go in closer, I'm doing what you call matchstick quilting. That's where you sew your quilting lines real close together. And then you can look on the back, and that's how it looks on the back, and I think that's really cute. So it's like I use black thread, red thread, yellow thread, and green thread to do my matchstick quilting. You can see that again. And so you decide which line of your walking foot you want to use to get the lines to go this close together. But this is my apple core. It's going to be my apple core patchwork pot holder. It's going to be about 7 inches. And then when you sew the apple core block, you have to do bias strips for the binding strip. You can't do a regular cut like you do your regular strips, like you do for your squares. You can also do the same thing for your binding strip, as long as it's not curved on the side like this. If it's curved on the side, then you can't use a straight color, the way you do it, like just a straight cutting of a strip. You have to cut it along the bias, and the way you find the bias on your fabric, you fold it over like that, and then this line right here is the bias. You would then go and, once you make your first cut, then you would cut your strip from that diagonal line, and this how you would cut bias strips out of regular fabric. Again, this is my patch. It's going to be my patchwork pot holder. Okay, and my next item, this is going to be a patchwork. This is going to be a patchwork placemat. Again, when you go to do your bias strips, make sure you cut, when you go to do your binding, make sure you cut bias strips to do the binding. That way you can get around the curves, and the curve will bend how you want to bend over the curve by being a bias strip and not a strip that is cut the regular way. Do you all have any questions to ask? Please make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. That's what YouTube likes for you all to do, so that my subscriber and watch time can go up. Thanks for watching my video. Please like, share, subscribe. Check you later.